Well, we've had some heat, we've had some humidity all through the weekend, and it's continued today. Of course, if you missed it earlier, a record high today of 87 degrees. That's not normal this time of year, but we're going to start swinging back the other way. We're in the 60s now. Some places are still warmer than this. I think we'll kind of hover through these 60s as we go through the overnight. But look at this, 77 still in Thomaston, 75 in Forsyth, some wild numbers out there. And as you look at the dew points, again, if you see light green or dark green, and we've seen that often on this weekend, just means kind of muggy stuff. All of this is going to get washed out as we go through the day tomorrow. All right, so the radar shot for now is quiet. There was a sprinkle or two to the north and northwest earlier, but no big deal. Let's get into a future view. You'll see the short term, and then you'll start to see rain coming up from the tropical stuff, which I'll take you into depth on that coming up in a little bit. Here is a look at tomorrow. Northeasterly breeze. So instead of having a front coming from the northwest, bringing in cold air from that way, this will be cooler, drier air running down a wedge here, coming down the Appalachians and funneling into our area. So it will be really changing the air mass for us as we go through the day tomorrow. There's a look at Wednesday, still quiet. Now, whatever it is, if it's remnants of Nicole at this point, we'll have to see, but it could be a rainmaker Thursday. I think it's going to be the farther south and east you are will be the better opportunity. So Subtropical Storm Nicole is out there. If you look at this, you're like, where is it? Well, it's not exactly well defined just yet, but that should change as we go through the next couple of days. So let's take a look here at the latest track on this, and you can see maybe becoming a low-end Category 1 and coming ashore somewhere along the Atlantic side of Florida, and then kind of running up toward the north here and then weakening down. I think by the time it would be close enough to us as it stands now, may just be an area of low pressure that still has some rain, maybe some breeze with it, but again, it's a little bit out of reach. And of course, we're on the clean side of the storm here, so sometimes you'll see that sharp cutoff where the rain is and then where it just stops. Let's take a look at tropical future view, and you can see it's starting to get its act together as we go, especially toward Wednesday. There's Wednesday night late into Thursday morning. Different models are showing landfall at different spots. Some of them are down south of Daytona Beach. That one's kind of like Jacksonville. This is Thursday afternoon. So we'll see how much rain, we get out of this. We're going to, obviously nail this down a little bit better as we go through the next couple of days. Long range models show some rain, which is not a bad thing. We could use it. This is Thursday night as we go into early Friday morning, Friday afternoon here, and then starting to peel away as we go through Friday night. The reason it curves this way is because a front will be coming in from the northwest that is going to sweep this out. It's going to knock the storm off toward the east and also, oh, by the way, bring in some much colder stuff as we go on into the weekend. A totally different weekend than what we just saw. So here's a look at the winds. This is Thursday morning. As we go through into Thursday night, you can see maybe 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. This is just one model. This is GFS. Also notice that it had the storm out here in the Gulf. So there's still a wide scenario there on different models about where this storm may go. So let's not get too nailed down onto one track. Rainfall totals at least show you the idea that most of this is going to be coastal Georgia, but we could see maybe an inch or more. Of course, this map will also be changing as we go through the next couple of days. So back to temperatures. We're in the 60s now. We'll kind of do this as we go through the overnight. Tomorrow, 70s instead of 87, maybe some mid to upper 70s. That northeasterly breeze in, probably going to be a little bit breezy. And then as we go into tomorrow night, you can really see the shape of the wedge here coming on in 40s, and watch what it does to the dew points tomorrow. Notice it coming on in. This is going to be through the middle of the day tomorrow, and then it punches it on out. So the humidity that we do have out there, and we've had a pretty good bit of it with the heat over the weekend, all that changes starting tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes Thursday and Friday. We'll again continue to watch some models to see how close Nicole will get to us, at least rain potential, and then look at the numbers for the weekend, especially by Sunday into Monday. Totally different than the weekend we just had.